Community Connection, the Bill and Brandy podcast show on this lovely day in, I guess, Michigan. I don't know where we're at right now.
Yeah, Michigan. You've had a hard day.
I don't know. It's like Indiana, Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, don't go to Indiana, folks. It kind of sucks. It's like almost like going to Ohio. Did I say the word? I said the four-letter word.
You did.
Myself. Yeah, I got to slap myself for that.
Yeah.
So what you got going on?
So we have a special guest with us here this week, Matt and Ginny, owners of the Fenton Winery and Brewery, and we're going to be asking them some questions and finding out all about them and their business. And this episode is also sponsored by the Linden Hotel and Crow's Nest in Linden. If you're looking for a good meal and some good drinks to be with friends, they got great service, family-owned business. Check out the Linden Hotel. We appreciate them. And Karen, do you guys know Karen?
We do
She's
not.
She's the owner.
We do not. We go there. We go to the Crow's Nest frequently,
Yeah,
but
so I've known her since like kindergarten.
Oh,
Okay.
Her and her sister run it now. Her dad passed away. So thank you, Karen and Sharon, for sponsoring this video. It's much appreciated.
I guess there's no stage diving off the balcony.
No.
You know, fly like an eagle.
No.
frowned upon.
No.
Just put it out there, man.
Yeah. So we're going to dive right into asking them some questions.
Oh, hey, that's great. You know, I met Matt a few times. You know, in different chamber events and stuff.
Yep.
I haven't really.
Oh, wait.
Maybe I met.
I
Are you?
I'm not sure we've met.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Do you work the weddings part ish? Or you
Not
there?
anymore. Not anymore. I have an amazing team that works the weddings.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we
that's
haven't had to
not-
do that since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
good.
that's obviously why I
Hey,
haven't
Bill,
seen-
before we get
Yeah,
started,
skip the most important part.
we're going to do. We're going to do. All right, I know how you like to jump.
No,
Randy
no,
wants to
no.
get going.
So Matt and Jenny brought this wonderful beer.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've already got my feelings what it tastes like, and I can't. It's called Staggering Bull, which in Germany we need more of these, but it's great. Imperial Nut Brown, I'm telling you, and the ingredients are just awesome. I'm telling you, American Nut Brown Ale with slight caramel, chocolate undertone with a distinct nutty aftertaste. And people like me, it's already nutty. You don't need any more nuts.
Right.
I mean, just saying.
So is this
Yes.
something you came up with?
7.5.
Yeah, so this is actually, so I brought this because this is one of our longest standing beers. We brewed this actually when we were next door in the strip mall, long before we moved into our current location. And it's just been a staple at our place. As soon as we started brewing it, everybody fell in love with it. It's actually, there's a story behind it, but it's actually named after Jenny. Her nickname is the Bull. But yeah, it's been around for a long time. It's a little bit higher alcohol. I've when listening to your podcast, you've had some of the lighter beer, so
Yep.
I'm going to bring in something a little different. So
Yeah, I
this
think-
one's 7.2%, very low hop bitterness, but lots of roast flavors. It's got Maris Otter, which is a very roasty base malt that creates a lot of the flavor, and then you've got some caramel malt and some Vienna malt to layer on top of that. But it gives you a nice roasty. I say it's easy drinking because you don't really notice the 7.2%, but it's just got a lot of flavor packed into the glass. So
It's good.
And before
That's
we
one of
go-
my
I like a
favorites.
good dark beer with lots of flavor.
Well,
Yeah,
before we went live, I
brown
said it
ales
tastes
are our
almost like a
favorite.
gross I had in Germany. He's like, oh, I'm thinking, hey, this takes me back home.
Yeah.
It's like maybe I need to go to Germany, bring back a gross, and say, here you go. You can. I don't know if you can analyze the liquid or not. I don't know how that works. It's technology. I don't know anything about that stuff.
you can, but I don't have the money for that kind of technology. So
just say-
let my taste buds analyze it and do
Just
some
say that
Google
this
search.
is not NCIS. Come on.
So yeah, it's one of the favorite
This
beers
is
at
good.
Fenton Winery Brewery, and it's
This is really
it's one of those we'll never take off tap. It's just one of our staples.
It's always there.
Brown ale is my favorite. We got to go way back to
Yeah,
our
go.
first date
yeah,
at Bo's Brewery.
yeah, it goes way back. Yeah,
Bo's Brewery.
Bo's Brewery
Where's
in
that?
downtown Pontiac.
it was in
no
downtown
longer.
Pontiac. No longer there. But
Yeah, you know
Way-
Bo's Brewery.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Our first date, it was
Yeah.
it was long before we got into craft beer,
Yep.
but they made these amazing beers. Like their beer is
and
phenomenal.
brown ale was our
and they had
favorite
a
to drink there.
brown ale on tap, and that's what we would get
Yeah.
every time we were there. And so many years later, when we open a brewery,
That's why
this
this had to be one of the main staples.
had to be a staple.
Are they still in business? or
No,
they're just
they closed up a long time ago.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Like Clutch Cargo days.
Yeah, Clutch Cargo days.
We grew up in Waterford,
100%.
spent a lot of time in downtown Pontiac. So yep, Clutch Cargo. Oh yeah,
That
all
was in
the
the church.
Industry.
Yeah, industry's down there.
No, it's not a church. It's a place.
No, it was in a church, wasn't it? In the
It
old
was in a
church.
church.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
I know it wasn't a church.
Well, it's a rock and roll church. Just put it out there. God, I can't believe you guys were man. Could have seen each other quite a bit down that neck of the woods.
We were down
Could've,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Barrymore's or My Place Lounge?
My Place Lounge, I've been
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Yep. Those are old stomping grounds for us.
Yeah.
Well, cheers to brown ale.
Yeah,
no,
cheers
this
to
is-
Brown Ale.
Here's to Fenton Winery
Cheers.
Brewery. I'm telling you, this is really good.
Thank you.
I like it. I'll probably order it next time I'm there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. It'll always be there.
So that was your first date at that
Yeah.
brewery?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually
How did you meet?
we actually go all the way back to 10th grade high school.
Yep.
Oh,
Which
Yeah.
was
So high
years
school
years
sweethearts.
before that first date. We never dated in high school, but we actually met in 10th grade geometry class, 8 o'clock in the morning. And Mrs. Collard, I'll never forget her, she was a volleyball coach, but she taught geometry, asked us to talk to the person sitting next to us for 5 minutes at the start of class, and you had to introduce that person to the class. Well, we happened to be sitting next to each other.
wow. Nice.
Chatted for 5 minutes. I introduced her. You know, she doesn't like geometry. We're sitting here in geometry class.
Me either.
So being a math guy helped her get her through the
Yeah,
math.
I said
math.
this guy's gonna help me get through geometry.
So yeah, so we ended up best friends through high school.
Nice.
Kind of lost touch during college, and then she reached out in my senior year at Kettering,
Nice.
and we got back
Reconnected.
together. Had our first date, and we were engaged 3
We
months.
started dating 3 months after we
Yeah.
reconnected, and we
Yeah.
were married 1 year later.
Yeah, married a year later. Now we're
My family's
20
like, what?
So yeah, we just celebrated 27 years.
Yeah.
That's really
Wow.
cool. Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
it's one of those stories that Hollywood needs to say, boom, make a
Yeah.
story out of it.
Yeah, and we have two amazing boys. One graduated from Kettering University, mechanical engineering, a couple years ago, a year ago, and then our youngest just finished up or is in the last few weeks of his MBA program at Northwood University.
Nice.
So they're doing amazing.
They
The
gotta
oldest
take
works
over
for us.
you and run your business.
That's not written in yet.
Yeah. But letting them find their path. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
in the empty nester phase and letting
Okay.
them find their path. And
So
but
how'd
yeah.
you go about saying, hey, I want to start a brewery and start making alcohol? That's legal. I have to clarify. that.
Yeah.
My family did the illegal stuff, all right? I'm just saying, we did the moonshine. Yeah.
I always say it's a hobby gone crazy. That's the first thing that I always say when people ask me that. Matt and I, we used to travel around and go to wineries and taste, and that was like one of our favorite things to do is go
Yeah.
to tasting rooms and have that experience around tasting rooms and learn about the product. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
so
it
it
was
was-
always more than just the wine. It was the feeling you had when you're there. You're usually there with family or friends
Yeah.
and having a good time. The atmosphere is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it was just more than just the liquid. It was just everything around it. We just kind of fell in love with it.
Right.
A lot of trips to Old Mission Peninsula. My dad and stepmom have a place up there, and spent a lot of time at wineries and vineyards, and yeah, just fell in love with it. And
So you're like, hey, let's
Yeah.
try doing it ourselves.
Yeah, so we lived in, we've now lived here for almost 24 years, but we lived in town for a few years, and we really didn't actually know anyone because we both traveled out of town to work, like
Right.
many do.
Right.
And so we, we just wanted to kind of create a business that we could grow and work on and be close to home and be a part of the community.
yeah.
And that was a natural fit because it was our thing that we were passionate about.
Right.
And so,
Yeah, and that's when I remember first meeting you when you were doing your live and local.
Yeah.
You did a video.
I did.
with us.
Yeah.
Not too
Yeah.
long after we opened, and we just created a place that we would want to hang out at on a Friday night if we weren't
Yeah.
working there,
Yeah.
and we just had a passion for the product and had a passion for the atmosphere and the feeling you get. And if you come into our place, you're not going to find a bunch of TVs because it's more of a communal space. We want you to talk to the person next to you.
I
make new
think that's
friends
great because I don't like when I go into a restaurant and all I see is TVs
Yeah.
everywhere,
And
and
then
everyone's
everyone's just-
eating, just looking at the TV and not even talking to
Well,
each other.
I'm the MTV generation. I just want to see music videos.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
there's bars that play just
That's
that.
super
We
fun.
found
You
a
know,
few.
Yeah,
Just-
there's
just-
definitely time and place
just-
for some TV to
You know,
zone
just
out to.
music video.
Yeah.
I don't care about. I just want music videos. Just when we had videos. I mean,
So did you start like brewing beer at home first? Or?
It actually was the wine.
Did
It was the wine first. So
The
we
wine
started
first,
as Fenton
okay.
Winery, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
about.
But we started brewing beer at
Yeah,
home.
during that we started. I started brewing beer at home just for fun,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a lot of mistakes. The first beer I ever made was a Dunkelweizen, and I made every mistake I could possibly make. But when I got done,
Learn and
it
grow.
fermented and bottled it. It still tasted great. I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. So I was doing that at home while we had the winery, and
Yeah.
eventually, like, well, why don't we incorporate this into the business? So then 2 years. So we opened in 2008. Around 2010, 2011, we got the brewing license.
Yeah.
And added that to our repertoire, and we're actually some of the seniors in the brewing industry. There's over 400 breweries in Michigan.
Yeah.
I
we
know
have
that.
Not
we
like
have-
old senior.
Yeah,
but
old
like
seniors,
in
but
business.
yeah, there's some that
Yeah.
were around,
Yeah.
since the 80s.
Right.
We opened in 2008, but we have license number 87,
87.
which now
Wow.
over 400. That's we've
had
been around a
graduated
long
it.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of staying power.
Yeah, so he makes and I sell it. That's our deal. So Matt's all self-taught and all the making and the engineering background worked. quite
and I
well
know
for that.
me and you had talked way back when about, and I asked you about what is the proper way when you go to wine tasting, because I have no clue. And I went to one, and I had a lot of dirty looks from hell. You thought I killed the Pope or something because I just grabbed it, chugged it, yeah, okay. So what is a proper way to taste a wine?
When people would come into our tasting room and I was working the bar, I would always say, you drink what you like and you just have a good time. So we try not to be,
But if you don't know
Oh,
what
that,
it is, it's
but-
like, I don't know what that is. So how do you encourage your guests to say,
Yeah,
try this?
Yeah,
well,
you-
we do sampler trays.
Yeah, we do sampler trays, so that's the easiest thing we do. You can
Yeah.
go into our place and for $12, you get a sampler tray of 4. So
And
you
our
get to
team
pick
will
any
walk
4.
you through stuff.
Yeah.
What do you usually like to drink?
Yeah,
you know?
they'll
Give me
they'll ask you some
ideas.
inquisitive questions, trying to narrow down what you normally drink. And then
Like
with
things that
sampler
are
trays,
sweet, not sweet.
you're only getting a few ounces, so why not try that red wine you don't know if you like? It's only a couple ounces. If you don't like
Right.
it, you haven't
Someone at
bought
your
a whole
table will
bottle.
drink it,
Right,
I'm
someone
sure.
else.
Yeah,
will
someone
drink
else
it,
will
right.
drink it. But we try and bring it to a point where it's very casual. You can still learn. There are proper ways to go through a formal wine tasting. We don't necessarily do that at your table, but there are. It kind of starts with just the looking at it, looking at the color. And it's the same way with beer. You look at it, and then
Yeah, I mean,
you
similarities.
smell it. Yeah, you
Yep.
smell it, and you take a sip to kind of wash your mouth, and you take another sip, and that's really where the flavors come out.
Yeah,
So-
same with distilled spirits, really.
Yeah.
Any craft beverage, yeah.
Yeah, you incorporate all your senses. You got
Mm-hmm.
your sight, obviously, and then your nose, and then your mouth, and that's part of why I actually brought in pint glasses for you guys, because 80% of flavor from anything you're drinking, like beer, 80% of that is the nose.
Nose.
And if you're drinking out of a can, you're blocking your nose.
Yeah, I
And-
never drink out of the can.
And you're skipping
I always pour it.
you're skipping the visual part because you got to see it. You might drinking a light beer, dark beer, you see it, and then that kind of starts the whole sensory process, and then you smell it and you drink it, and 80% to 90% comes from the nose, and that gets you your base. You're salty, you're sweet, and bitter, and spicy, and umami is the 5th one, and then everything else is all nose. When you taste the coffee notes and all that,
Right.
That's the nose.
Okay.
It's super fun.
It sounds really fun. It sounds interesting as heck, because that's more like a science history type thing, that you, hey, do this, this, this. So, and you guys are out and about, anywhere, I don't care, traveling, where you guys sit down and say, hey, if we add this with that, do you guys, do you talk like that, or is it something like, or you just get to the kitchen and say, hey, I'm a mad scientist, I'm gonna add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. See how it
I
works.
mean, we brainstorm all the time.
Yeah.
We can't shut it off, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter where we're at, where we're dining,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what happens. We're always looking at, I noticed your table right away. I mean,
This
I
is
just-
a cool
I-
table.
Yeah,
It is
so
a very cool table.
just notice all the things around, because this is the experience of everything that's around it as well. It's not just what's in the glass, but it's about everything around it. So, yeah, we never turn that off. But as far as like the recipe development, Matt pretty
Yeah.
much takes charge of that with the production.
Yeah,
team.
and there, it's one when we're out and about, we're drinking things, checking things out. I'm always keeping track of, what are the trends, what are people drinking.
what are they doing, right.
There are been, I guess my most famous one personally is we have a beer called Swingin' Berries. It's called Swingin' Berries. It's a double cream stout blackberry merlot. It's very unique. We're the only ones that make it. We actually take we start a batch of blackberry merlot, which is one of our number one
My
selling.
wife loves that.
Yeah, it's Solo. So any of the people know our wines. It's called Solo Blackberry Merlot. So we start a batch of that fermenting. A week later, we start a batch of our double cream stout beer brewing. So you let those go, and at a certain point, we actually take some of the wine and dump it into the beer, and it creates a third fermentation. So you got beer fermentation, wine fermentation, then you have a mixed fermentation, and it creates this really great beer. It's kind of dessert-like. We serve it on nitro, and nitrogen. Most beers are poured with CO2. Nitrogen it's a very small bubble, and it's very soft, so it gives you it brings out that lactose. It's very creamy. And the reason I bring up that beer is that beer, literally, I call my lawnmower beer because it's the one many years ago. I'm driving our lawnmower, my mind's wandering, and I'm like, what would happen if I took the winery and the brewery and I crossed them and came up with something? And while I was driving, it takes me about 45 minutes to mow the lawn. During that time, I'm like, well, what if I take our best-selling beer and or best-selling wine and create a beer to pair with it? Did a couple tests and turned out really well, and it used to be just kind of a seasonal, but now we have it on tap all the time. And if you come into our tap room, it's on nitro, so it's always poured. Got that nice soft, creamy feel.
I wouldn't call it sweet. It's definitely a beer first. So
it's
this beer, you're going to
first.
get the roasty notes of the beer because it's a dark beer.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just get a finish of that blackberry, and then a little bit of Merlot. So it's not necessarily sweet, but it's more like I don't know, an exquisite dessert.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got
Decadent.
kind of decadent, velvety.
Yeah.
And it's very unique. You're not going to find it anywhere else. It's something that we.
And that's stuff I always look for because when I came back from Germany, I was trying to start drinking American beer, and just hook up a catheter because it just goes in, goes out. I'm thinking, what am I? I'm not having any fun really. I'm constantly, excuse me, going to the restroom. And when then my brother turned me on to the breweries, I'm thinking, oh no, I could do this.
Yeah.
Because it was much
So
more
much
tolerant.
great beer
It's
out
like,
there, yeah.
yes, I can handle this. Is great. And everybody's like, oh, I drink Budweiser. Yeah, okay, you can stay over there. I don't know what it is, but American beer doesn't taste the same after I left Germany. And if you have a craft beer, same thing. It's the English says, we have water for beer, basically.
Yeah, I haven't been there, so I don't.
No, it's because
The English are saying when we have water for beer.
yeah.
Yeah, some of our like mainstream beers, like Miller Lite or whatever, that's like water.
Yeah, it's water. That's what you
There's so much craft beer now in the U.S.
Oh
It's-
yeah, so much to choose from.
Yeah. I mean, there's over 400 breweries just in Michigan. And I think we used to be fifth in the U.S. I think now we're down to around sixth. So there's other, California, Oregon, Colorado have more breweries. And I mean, there's so many.
And my brother lives in North Carolina in Asheville, and he's got
it's a great area. We've been to
breweries right
Asheville.
around there.
Yeah, that's a great area for beer. And as a matter of fact, they used to have they were the great beer state or great city, and Grand Rapids took it over.
Yeah.
Now, what makes you different from the other breweries in Michigan?
Well, I would say the experience because we actually have all of the crafts, right? So we have the wine, we have the beer, and we have distilled spirits, and we don't. We're not focused on one singular craft. So we put equal passion in all three of the crafts.
Okay.
So the portfolio of products you have to choose from at our place is full in all of those different crafts.
Yeah,
And then on top of that, we have food, and then we have our wedding venue. We have one of the largest venues in outdoor spaces.
Yeah, and as far as the beverages, any given time, we have we do between 50 and 60 different beverages. And like she said, there's some breweries that will have wine as well, but they're brewery first. They're doing that first. Where we are, literally, we put 100% into the beer, the wine, and the spirits. Each one of them is its own thing, and we
Now the
put as much
distillery
passion in it.
was your
That's been more
newest
recent,
thing,
yeah.
right?
Dream Machine Distillery.
4 years already.
4 years.
Yeah,
4
we-
years
I
already.
can't believe
We
it's
did a
been
soft,
that long.
Yes.
yeah, we did a soft open July of 2022.
Okay.
And then we had the grand opening with ribbon cutting, all that, Thanksgiving weekend of 22.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
So
four,
that-
4
What
years.
inspired
of-
that? What inspired the Dream Machine?
An evolution, right? So we always are looking for ways to be strategic about our growth and make sure we're doing complementary things. And then, if you're not growing, you're dying. You got to always
Yeah.
keep innovating. And so we're watching the trends, like Matt already alluded to, watching the trends. And craft spirits is the trend that's growing. And we needed a project. We actually thought of this in 2020 when we were shut down. We were like, oh, we need a project. We need something
What do we
to
do,
focus on,
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
Coming out of COVID, we wanted
solidify
something
that
to
we're coming back,
to show
bigger.
people that we're still around, we're still coming back, and we're gonna grow, and we're not stopping. So, and we had a history, every 3 years we're doing something new. Before we started the business, like every 3 years we're moving, we're starting something new, and it was just the kind of a continuation of that. And we're like, we just needed something new to work on. And it was a perfect complement to everything we were doing.
Yeah.
One, because that's where trends now, craft spirits are way up. But with the wedding venue, with the way liquor law works, you can only serve the alcohol that we make. So if you, prior to 2022, if you wanted to have alcohol there, it had to be our wine, our beer, but we didn't have spirits. So if you wanted that full bar, it wasn't an option. So any weddings before that were only beer and wine. So it was a natural extension for that too,
Right,
because now,
right. Now you could
somebody
do all
wants that full bar,
Yeah.
we have that available, because we do all the spirits. We do rum, brandy, whiskey, bourbon, gin, vodka, agave spirit, which is tequila. And then we do what I call the secondary spirits. We do a great coffee liqueur where we team up with Battle Alley Coffee in downtown
Holly.
Holly.
Yeah.
We take their beans, put that into the coffee liqueur.
sounds good.
So we now can offer that full bar, and then we have great cocktails. I mean, we have all the things. So now
Give our team some
You have everything.
Yeah.
things to learn.
Do you think
too.
that
Yeah.
attracts people to your venue?
Absolutely.
100,
Yeah, because you always have those people that go out to eat, and you're going to have, you come out with a group, there might be that one person, I don't like wine, or
It's
I don't
about
like
30,
beer.
30, right? 30%.
So,
Yeah.
30% of the market is drinking, they're wine drinkers. 30%
Yeah.
of the market is beer drinker, and 30% of the market
so
is
Yeah.
spirits. So
So I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to tap into something here. It's probably a trade secret. When you do your research, as in what's popular, what's not as popular, are you only looking in in the state of Michigan? Are you looking at the United States? Are you looking
all
at
over.
European culture? What?
It's-
How I know it's,
I would say primarily United States.
yeah, definitely
right?
United States.
Trends come from the West and they come to the East. And,
Right.
there's great ideas down South that we pick up. Actually, our open air format in our tap room was an idea that we got down South. There was a brewery that we went to in, was it North Carolina?
Yeah.
And we thought it was super cool because we could walk straight up in the brewery and all the equipment was right there. And you just sat there and you
no
drank
kidding.
your
You
beer.
knew
and
where
could-
you knew
could
where the product
see-
was coming from.
Yeah.
It wasn't hidden. It was like, that's where
This
they
is
make
a while
the beer.
ago, right?
Yeah.
This is before we opened our tap room where it currently is, which has already been there 8 years. So when we were in the strip mall and you came into our place, you couldn't see any of the equipment.
right.
You just couldn't. So when we did the build out for the old Creative Wood Product building and put our tap room in there, we're putting the tap room right next to the brewery.
Yeah.
And then we made sure and did windows so you could see in the winery.
Yeah.
And then
Walk
when we
down
did
the hallway
distillery,
to the
there's a
bathroom, you
window
can
there
see
too.
the winery.
Yeah.
Now, cocktail bar, big window. You can
See the
sitting there
still.
looking at the still. You can see the barrels off to the side
Yeah.
at the back of the tap room. So we make it very, very obvious. This is where it's crafted right here.
Yeah, so that's an example of
So
an
that's
idea that
true.
came from down south.
Like I said, because
Yeah.
I know people that they don't like change. or they like change, but they don't know where to go to. They may have a fishing hole over here, but that's not a very successful fishing hole. Mm-hmm. They keep going to that one, and they keep wondering why they're in a rut. And I've noticed with your venue, and I love your beer. Just you guys have a lot, and I'm trying to figure out how did you guys come with these ideas, because it's like
forever
Yeah.
changing. That's
Yeah,
kind of,
we're-
we have a fluid business plan. We've said that from the beginning.
we've always had a fluid business plan. Where
Because it's not
we're
like there's a
just going-
publication. I don't think,
Yeah.
and I could be wrong. There's
Yeah.
not like a publication. Hey, this is what you should be doing. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, we read.
it's like-
I read a lot of brewer magazines. I get a lot of industry newsletters, just kind of in general what's happening, and then we're definitely looking nationally, and then what's happening in Michigan, because sometimes what's happening in Michigan is different than what's happening East Coast, West Coast.
Right,
Is typically
right,
like
for
New York
sure.
and your San Francisco. That's where a lot of the trends start and the
Yep.
fancy bars, and then they start making their way. So we're a little bit behind. Michigan's a little bit behind. East and West Coast, and then just locally going around,
Yeah, we
what's
talk to
on
our
tap,
customers, we talk to our team.
That's really where
you
the
know.
information is. Okay, great. This is what's happening nationally, but what's happening in Fenton, what's happening in Genesee County. So yeah, we're definitely
now we're at a point where our
working.
team is much younger than us.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 19 years, and so we ask them, what do you guys like to
Right.
do? What do you do when you go out? What kind of things are you drinking? So we actually have a lot of NA products coming
Yep.
out. A lot of ciders.
That's
Those
more
are
popular
Yeah,
now.
so those are very trendy and moving that direction.
Are you
Yes.
looking at ciders?
Yeah, we've got cider on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because beer nationally and at our place is trending down. Spirits are going up, and then the NAs are going up. We do a lot of mocktails. We used to have a couple mocktails on our list, which are just non-alcoholic
Right.
cocktails. Now there's a whole page, 12 to 15
Yeah, we've
recipes
started
in
actually
mocktails.
canning some of the
we
zero
had-
proof.
We did
Yeah.
a Paloma, which was a faux Paloma, and then we did a French 75.
And
Both,
cherry chocolate martini.
yeah, man, a
Yeah.
cherry chocolate martini, all of which were non-alcoholic.
They were
Because
delicious.
and we canned them, so you could take them to go.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
what-
we're definitely watching the trends.
So what's the most popular spirit right now, you think?
Agave.
Yeah, it's
Tequila,
agave.
100%.
It's agave.
To kill ya.
Yeah. Yeah, we sell a lot of
100%.
we sell a lot of margaritas. We have a margarita flight,
Yeah.
so you can get a standard, spicy and some fruited margaritas. They fly. But agave by far is our number one.
All right, you two
One
mad
spirit.
geniuses. So you got any new products coming up right now that you're experimenting
Well,
with?
we are testing some ciders right now. There were
Yep.
some bench tests done by our production manager, and we got to try those. And so we're doing some cider testing.
So yeah, we're doing that, and then on the spirit side, next week we're actually so agave tequila is number one right now. Well, I'm also a big fan of mezcal, which is like a smoky agave.
Yep.
So I'm gonna play around with some recipe development next week to create a smoked, because I can't create the mezcal the way it's normally made, so I have to impart the smoke some way. And I'm not just going to dump a flavoring in there, so I'm going to impart the smoke in there through
we don't
our
use
our
extracts.
still boiler, and using vapors and passing through some. I'm going to use some cherry wood. Some smoked cherry wood,
Yeah,
and
nice.
try and
That
recreate
sounds
the
good.
mezcal flavor
Right.
without it being mezcal.
Cal,
So that's
right.
that's very early. I haven't started. I've got the ideas. I got some ingredients coming in. So next week I plan to start playing.
So
around
is your
with
team
that.
like? And I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for this bar rescue. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for it.
That's a fun show.
It is. I mean, I really do. But you have any bartenders that's like those guys that that's got the flair?
You let them go right away. You're out of here.
Or are they just more the calm, cool?
We have very creative people on our team, and very personable. So, they'll get to know you for sure, your name, what you like to drink, so we like
Yeah,
to be
that's-
that conversational place, again, with no TVs, so.
Yeah, that's one of the unique things that we really impress upon our people is we don't want our servers just to walk up and ask you what you want to drink and eat and leave. Just take your order. We want them to have a conversation. So, what's your name? Start learning who your family is and what you normally drink and what you like, and they'll guide you and just get to know you. So you come in there a few times, they already know what you normally drink, what you eat, if you're a mug club or a club member of ours,
Right.
you know which mug is yours on the wall. I mean, it's
Right.
a very personal
And
experience.
explain the Mug Club a little for those people out there that don't know what that is.
Which
yeah,
is me.
we have a member wall which has all of our. You can have either a mug or you can have a stem. We call it. So if you prefer
Because
to
we
drink
got
Either
wine and
either
beer.
either, yeah. What started out a long time ago as kind of like a discount club really evolved into really people that are just a part of our story. So our membership is it's just one-time payment, and then you're part of our membership for life. So there are obviously discounts. But, a birthday bottle, and, we do member parties, and that's really the funnest thing. So we can do where Matt has, like, all these things that he's testing, and our members get to try them first. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, generally during the member parties, we'll have 7 or 8 different beers, wines, and spirits that we're releasing. Or potentially. These are all, like, R&D.
Yeah, we
Some of them might
feedback.
never be in full production.
Try it. Okay, no.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
it's a
didn't
chance.
make it
Yeah,
gone.
it's a chance to try it. We get some feedback that night. We'll have 150 people show up for it. We give them all the food and beverages for free. And
Yeah,
it's just
our culinary team does
yeah.
like all things that are not on the menu or
Yeah.
maybe they've never seen. So
Wow.
our culinary team gets to practice and
Yeah.
try some new things
Try
too
some
and get
creativity.
feedback.
Yeah, it gives them a creative outlet. Same with our beverage team. That it's just creating some new stuff, and if it goes over really well, it might end up on our menu.
And then we share like the
like
future
that.
of Fenton Winery Brewery, right? So where are we going? What are we working on? What are Matt and Ginny working on? Because they don't get to see us a lot on the floor or there because we're working behind the scenes. We're working on the trends and the innovation and the different investments that we're making. So gives us an opportunity to kind of share with what we're working on, what we're seeing for the future. And
I'm gonna segue because you got some information, and I know it looks pretty cool. I'm a tie dye person, so I've been told to
I
keep
want
my
my
tie dye to
tie-dye
myself. You have no idea how many
Nothing
times
wrong
I've been
with
told
tie-dyes.
I'm a tie dye freak, but
yeah, we just do lots of events. So I brought
Go ahead.
some help for me to remember all the events we were doing in
Yeah,
case you
go ahead.
asked, and I
Oh,
got an
yeah, we
opportunity.
definitely want to know about it.
So yes,
So do
we have
I.
tie-dye and flights.
yes.
So we do a lot of events where we have flight pairings with it. So you
Oh.
can choose wine or beer or spirits, and then our team actually does a curated flight. So I have actually 2 of them. that
That's
we're doing,
July
so.
22nd
Yeah,
for
July
those people out there.
22nd, yeah.
Fly, Robin,
So
fly.
tie-dye
Oh,
and
sorry.
flights. This will be the 3rd time that we've
Yep.
done it. We do it out in the garden. My team actually we have all the supplies, and you get a shirt, and we actually help you tie-dye your shirt right in the garden.
That's
And go
fun.
through the whole process, and then you get a flight.
I
It
haven't
actually
done
is
that
super
since
fun.
I was in elementary
I know.
school.
I dyed this one at our
Oh.
last event,
That's very cool.
and they turn out pretty cool.
I'm not allowed
Do you
to.
put the print on there first and then tie dye?
Yeah, so everyone gets a
Yeah,
Dream
it's a
Machine
just
print
a white
shirt.
white shirt
a white
with
shirt.
the with the logo on. it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have all the coloring and the rubber bands and all the stuff, and we'll kind of show you like if you have an idea of what you want it to look like, we can tell you how to do the rubber bands, and you pick all your colors, and it's super fun.
Well, the shirt I've been looking for, which no one seems to come up with it yet, is the Joe Cocker when he sang at Woodstock. I know Kevin's going to kill me, my brother-in-law, but yes, because I've been looking. It's non-existent.
Okay, you need to make your own.
Exactly.
Yeah. Could make a replica with our
Just,
logo on
yeah,
it.
what the colors are, and yeah.
And to tell you how serious we are about drinking, my brother-in-law's he's about 5'5" and we have a receipt that's from top to bottom to hits the floor from when Oliver Tees was still in business. Sis says, "Hey, go and buy any beer you want." Really? And it was $565 receipt. So yeah, so we
So
like
fun.
Yeah.
we like this stuff.
Yeah. And then
And this
we
is
partner.
something
Yeah.
new.
So we
This-
love to partner with other businesses.
Yeah.
And
this
so
is a new
I'll let
one.
Matt talk about this one because
Yeah.
he partnered
Tell
up
us
with
about
this
it.
one. Of
Yeah,
course.
so if you're familiar, so they just opened up last year, Fritz Bricks,
Oh yeah, I
which
did a
is
video there.
it's a Lego store
I've heard about
on
that.
Silver Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
And
really
Fritz
nice guy,
runs it,
too.
and I happen to go there just to introduce I was getting my hair cut next door.
You had to go in the Lego store, okay?
And I grew up with
Been
Lego.
there.
I was like, I have to go in this store. So I went in there, very cool store, and Fritz happened to be there. I had a nice conversation with them, and we got talking. It's like, we do offsite events where we do custom builds. So I mentioned it to our taproom manager, and so we got flights and bricks on
Yes.
July 29th, so a week after
Oh,
the
so
tie
that
dye.
fast.
So you'll do a custom build. You'll get a build and then a flight of beer or wine, and then you're gonna create your own Lego set while you're there.
Yeah, and Lego is
So it's
actually a lot
brand new.
bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a.
Now,
I
is
was
this
like
is this
my
the micro
daughter's
Legos? Was it the big
boyfriend's
Legos?
It's I think
Those
it's
are
just
regular
the
size.
Regular
regular
size.
size
Yeah.
Legos. Yeah. So
Kids,
this is
pick your
brand
Legos
new.
up off the floor.
I haven't seen the kit yet. They're coming up with something for us. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is something we've never
That's
done
really
before.
cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun. But like she said,
We do a lot of
through our entire
partnerships.
existence, part of the way we've grown and helped other people grow is just collaborating.
Mm-hmm.
Early on it was Four Seasons Market downtown next to Cycle Fit. We collaborate with them on tasting
We
dinners.
do
Yeah.
massage and flights.
Yeah, massage and
with
flights.
Nice.
Natural across
Yeah.
the street.
I
So
like
we've
how you guys do
always,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
we've
we do
always
a reef
partnered
building
'cause
class.
we like to,
Yeah.
we like to
Local.
do our own things, but we love to collaborate with other businesses and help them grow. And then we expose each other's customers to,
Right, right.
Can we
Well, and
specify
that's awesome.
which kit we can have?
No, it's going to be the same
Star
kit for
Wars?
everybody.
You can't have
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Sorry.
Star
No
Wars?
Death Star.
We'll have to charge you extra for Star Wars.
Yeah, that's going to be a premium price for
branding.
that. That's
Yeah.
a premium one for
That
that.
was still, man, okay. Take me to the curb already. Man.
All of these events you can find on our website, though. Yeah, you can buy.
Well, what
tickets
is your
and-
website?
FentonWinery.com or FentonBrewery.com.
Yeah.
You'd be
You put Fenton
surprised.
Winery
Either
or
one.
Fenton Brewery, and you're gonna get it.
You're
You'd be
gonna
surprised how
get
many
it.
people, like, what is it? You're thinking,
And so once you go
Yeah,
to
I can
that,
find it so fast for
once
you
you go
now.
to the site, there's a link
I
right on
forgot
top
about
says
that, yeah.
events, and it lists them all
It
by
lists
date.
them all.
Yep, and then there's one that's always
What's
highlighted.
Yeah.
that event there?
Summer market experience, more collaboration. So we love small business. So we have we do markets. So when our big building isn't full of weddings or different events for other people for corporate events, we do markets. And so we'll have vendors come in, small businesses around that, makers and
Right.
builders, and they'll have booths. So we have a market coming up on July 26th. And this time we're doing more of an experience because we're going to do some action stations. So one of them is going to be a cocktail workshop. So one of our most popular cocktails is called the Flying Solo. It is actually a vodka-based cocktail, but it has our Solo Blackberry Merlot as a float wine on top. It's
So
quite
it's
delicious.
it's layered.
Oh,
so you'll
that
see the
sounds so
vodka, it's
good.
clear on the bottom, and then a nice red float on
Does
the
it
top. from
automatically
like-
separate?
I like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a technique that we'll be teaching at the workshop.
Yeah, you got to know
You
the
gotta
technique.
go to the
Otherwise,
show.
it's all otherwise it's just all red.
Right.
If you don't do it right, and you don't get that
Technique.
layering.
Wow.
You got to know the layering
Yeah,
technique.
so we're doing a cocktail workshop. So you have to buy tickets in advance for that, though, so we can plan
So
for you
where
to
do
come.
people buy tickets at?
FentonWinery.com.
Find a tape.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah.
So easy.
But you again,
Yeah.
through my travels, I just think this tie-dye is really cool. Who came
Yeah.
up with this idea? I'm sorry.
That was actually one of our team members.
Yep.
Yes.
Tell them props. Whoever
Yes.
is props. Because, yeah, I'm going to beat her.
Yeah.
How many shirts can we do? Is there a limit?
Well, you start with one, but you can buy more shirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy more shirts.
Yeah, because remember, brother-in-law, he has a picture of himself in a tie-dye back when he lived in England.
Okay.
And he refuses to admit to it to this day, even though he showed it to me. I've seen it. So when 2019, it's 50 year for Woodstock, whatnot. So as it turned New Year's Eve night, he goes, "This is the last time I ever want to hear you say Woodstock. You say Woodstock after midnight tonight, I'm going to beat the crap out of you, and you will no longer wear because he wears Van shoes.
Yeah, Van shoes. Yep.
I
used to have
found
some
a
Van-
pair of Van shoes for both of us, high top, that was tie dyed.
Nice.
Nice.
So while we DJ'd in the car season, we're wearing this. Man, after it turned New Year's Eve, he flipped them off. It's no more.
Now you're going to bring him a tie-dye.
Yes. I'm going to torture him.
All right, we know you got
These ideas.
something coming up. A hotel is in the works. Let us
Boutique, yeah, boutique
Tell us
hotel.
about
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been in works for a while. So
Yeah.
Matt and I
a
have
long while.
2.5 years.
Yeah, so we said we always like to continue to grow, and this is a vertical integration type movement to make our more sustainable, right? So overnight stays for coming to weddings is a big deal, and
Right.
to be honest with you, the hotels around here are packed.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone
And
tried
the-
to get a hotel, but
and
they're
the-
packed.
And the
Packed.
choice is limited
Very limited.
Yeah.
around here.
So we've been working on this project for 3 years. We bought a little tiny piece of land across the street from our current location on Fenton Road.
Across
So it's
Fenton
right,
Road.
yeah. So it's
On the
right where
opposite
North
side.
Long Lake runs into Fenton Road.
Yep.
So if you imagine, so there's that blinking yellow light there. If you imagine you take North Long Lake and you just drive right over Fenton Road, that would be the northern entrance of the property.
Okay.
And then it goes south, and then the southern part of it exits across from the Eden Gardens neighborhood. So it
Okay.
lines up with North Long Lake and Eden Gardens.
Yeah, so it's like a long sliver of property there that we can use. And, we spent a lot of time doing all of our due diligence because there's a wetland there. So it's
Right.
3.7 acres, but most of it is wetland, so we wanted to protect that. I love wetlands. I love nature. I love my flowers and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So want to make sure we did it right. So it's taken us some time to do that.
Yeah.
But there's a sliver of land right on Fenton Road that we can fit a small building on, and so footprint's 4,500 square feet.
Yeah. So
How
yeah,
many
three.
rooms
Yeah,
are
it's
you
three.
talking?
It's 3 stories.
Yeah.
So on the first story would be a
17 rooms.
would be
Alright.
a bistro cafe, and then a 60-person event space, and then our full kitchen, and then second and third floors would have the rooms. There'd be 17 rooms, 10 of which would have balconies. One set of balconies faces the wetland, the other one faces Fenton Road.
You have any type of theme, or is it just or are you still working on that?
We're still working on the branding side. To be honest, we want to keep that as a surprise.
I understand. I don't. I slid it in.
But
Just trying.
the
Yeah,
building
a good
itself is a mix of metal, wood, and stone.
Stone.
So it's very
Hey,
very nice looking.
Right up to DJ's
Yeah.
alley, man. It's
Yeah,
heavy
really
metal
nice.
stone
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah, so it's
Heavy
very,
metal rolling stone hotel, man.
yeah,
Right up to
very
yeah.
classy looking.
We
very
wanted to
classy.
make
I
sure it
bet,
was something
yeah.
that fit the landscape right, had that natural
Right.
feel to it.
Yeah, with
so.
that wetland. That's because I'm all about the nature. It's
Yeah, and
we're
we-
losing a lot of that actually.
And we,
It's nice
we
that you
see
say
ourselves
that.
as a hospitality company, and it's kind of a natural extension of that. Now it's different than route than some people might have taken, but it's a part of extending the same hospitality that we give you in our tap room and our banquet facility, just extend it across the street.
Right.
It creates a nice synergy between
Right, so a
between
lot
the
of people
buildings.
that are having weddings there will be staying at the hotel most likely, and then
Yep.
having
And of
their
course,
wedding.
it's open. It would also be
Yeah.
open for the public
Right.
during the week and on the weekends when the rooms aren't fully booked. So it is because I've actually had that question quite a bit. Can the public visit? It's like, yeah, absolutely. Of course, a lot of them, the rooms during wedding season would be booked from
Right.
weddings because they book. They're booking weddings a year and a half in advance. So.
So owning a hospitality company, what has surprised you the most?
Surprise?
Oh man.
That's a hard question
Yeah.
because our industry is full of surprise. I mean,
What's the
it
one
is.
surprise that
We're
says,
so used to
"Ooh."
surprises.
Sometimes they're no longer.
like-
What's the
Well-
surprise do you mean, like?
Well,
I mean,
I'll give.
like
Okay,
trouble?
let me use my example here.
Yeah.
I was at your venue. I don't.
Yeah.
I think you was there. I don't remember seeing. There was a gentleman there that was from Germany. Their grandfather was a Nazi soldier, and I'm a history buff, so I actually got. So to me, that was like holy. One, and you actually get to meet a real bona fide Nazi soldier or enemy, how you want to look at it. And you want to ask historical questions without feeling like you're going over that line, and then it's
Yeah.
like, that was to me was like a big surprise, actually seeing someone from the other side 100 years
I-
later.
So I guess for me in that light.
Yeah, framing it that way helps with some
so
context.
for me,
I'm
I
like,
guess
wow,
the
we got
surprise
something.
is just how it shifted over the years. We got into it because we mentioned we want to create this communal space that, we love the atmosphere of
Passion
wineries
for
and breweries,
craft.
the passion for the craft. And over the years, I started as the one that made all the beer, all the wine, and I started the spirits program. But that's how I started. But that's not the part that excites me now. What excites me is the community we've created. I mean, we've seen the full. We always, part of our mission, our purpose is we want to be a part of your story. And what we mean by that, whether you're an employee, whether you're a guest, whether you're a vendor that comes in, we're part of your story. We might be a part of it for that day if you work for us. We've had people there 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
So we're a big part of their story. And then we've seen people have first dates there, then they get engaged there, they'll have a wedding there, and then they come back for anniversary. It's like a whole
nice
cycle of life. And
Yeah.
that to me is the surprising part, and that's the part that excites me, is like we've created this community that's
Right.
bigger than anything I ever thought it would be.
Right.
And
When
it's
you're initially
really
starting
cool.
a business, you don't think of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then, sometimes,
yeah.
in the summer times, when we're the busiest, our tap room's rocking, we got a wedding, and when we go on property and we, walk into the tap room, we just see it, you feel a buzz.
The
And
energy.
Yeah, you see all the cars in the parking lot. It's just this energy. It's just really cool. Some people are there for, a wedding celebration, and other people are just meeting family and friends in the back. It's just this really cool energy.
So it's almost like-
that's surprised me, and that's not why we started it, but that's really it's
It's almost the way you
Right.
describe it.
That's
If
the
I'm
fun part.
not wrong, it's almost like when I grew up was watching Cheers. It's that whole.
Yeah,
sense
I also
of,
watched
yeah.
a lot of Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad was a big Cheers buff, so that meant I
Yeah.
watched
So was
Cheers.
my dad.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad.
Norm.
My dad related to Norm,
Yeah.
so that was okay.
Yeah, well, you definitely get that feeling, sitting at the bar and chatting with the bartenders and chatting with the, person next to you that you met last week. But to what Matt's saying, it's the feeling of everyone feeling good about coming and meeting at our place, whether they're sitting out in the garden and then all of a sudden they have 20 people.
Right.
Or it's like, hey, we know we can go and meet at Fenton Winery and Brewery.
Yeah.
It's the atmosphere is there, the space, the just we know it's laid back. Let's just all meet there, and it's just seeing that. Having people go around and take pictures. Pictures with my flowers.
Yeah.
So I take care of all the gardens there.
Oh,
So
nice.
taking
Yeah.
pictures under the hop arch and all of that, family pictures.
And we'll
so-
see bride and grooms and
Yeah.
their wedding party will walk into the brewery and get pictures in front of the brewery,
Yeah.
as part of their wedding photos that they're going to look at for the rest of their lives.
Right.
And
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty neat. And then also recently we've held a lot of celebrations of life, and we're honored to be able to do that. It's something that's
Yeah.
a kind of, we find out
Been
usually
around
in
for a
pretty
while,
short
so-
notice. It's not like a wedding you're planning a year and
Right,
a half
'cause
event.
it's like
but we're
last
honored that
minute, yeah.
we've got a space, whether you're 50 people or 200 or more
Right.
people, that we can host those on short notice, and we make it seamless and try and make it as easy as possible for you. And that.
All right,
that
we're going to
moment.
throw it on a gauntlet now.
Okay.
Now we're going to really throw it on a gauntlet. Who is the better cook?
Oh, that's her.
He's like, oh,
That's easy. That's so easy. We
Oh.
could stand in front of the same fridge, same pantry. I have no idea what to make. She's like whipping up gourmet stuff.
My wife's the same way.
And then I've often told people, it's like I hate to cook. I don't like to cook, but when it comes to like making flavors with the beer and wine, that's my cooking. Like I like coming up with the beers and putting those flavors. I'm good at that, but
I always tell him,
The-
it's just like cooking. He's like, no.
the cooking side is 100%.
who has the craziest business ideas?
Man, we're pretty
Yeah, we're pretty-
head to head on those.
Yeah.
I think, I will say that I think we're head to head on them. I think though it takes both of us to push each other through the craziest ideas.
Yeah.
Because just our property at Creative Wood, when it was up in 2012, that was crazy for us to even think that we could move from a strip mall into that building was a crazy idea. And Matt said,
we had people
"Why
tell
not?"
us that's
And
a
I
crazy
said,
idea.
Okay. And then, we kind of pushed each other through that. We can do it. You can do it. We can do it,
Yeah.
And we're kind of doing the same thing right now. We did it with the distillery and now with the hotel. We really got to push each other through. It's pretty big undertaking.
Well, since
Yeah,
we're talking
for
about
sure.
pushing now,
Yeah.
got the pushing here.
Yeah.
Who's more competitive?
Oh, it depends on what we're doing.
That's also hard.
All right. Let's start.
Well, they're both entrepreneurial. They're both
Right.
kind
But let's start with
of the same.
let's start with an easy one.
Okay.
I would say sports. If you're doing sports,
It would I would probably me.
Yeah.
Probably
Matt.
be me.
Matt's the
playing
sports.
cards.
Oh, I don't like to lose at euchre.
Yeah. Euchre can get I think we're both pretty even on the euchre because it can get spicy.
Okay.
Uh,
Then it comes to the business world. Who's more competitive, as in generating sales or anything, make positive things in your business?
She's more the sales side.
Yeah, I mean, I get pretty aggressive on making sure we get the marketing done and, let's get the ideas going and get them
Yeah.
booked. And but that's my job, right? That's my job to do that. So
Yeah, like she said earlier, the deal from the start was I make it, she sells it.
yeah.
So I make sure all
So
the
he's got to make
No,
sure
make
everything
the
is
things
full.
everything's full.
No, wait a minute.
and got
You stole it
beverages
from my
and-
school because we would buy it and Southwestern would sell us the stuff that we weren't supposed to be doing. Just saying. I mean,
But yeah, we're both very competitive in our ways, and then there's times we like to shut down and
That's
not be
true.
competitive and just like we have our things.
All right, now we're going to
we
get
love
totally out of the business world.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go totally personal. Just who's the most romantic?
Oh goodness.
Probably Matt thinks of more. It's probably
Yeah.
more top of mind. Like
All right,
he's
good
a
job, man.
Yeah, he's
All right.
Yeah, way to go, Matt.
yeah, he's like, oh, I get one. Well, he'll put stuff in the calendar, like, because we have to, right? So we have shared calendars, so we put things in, and so we know where we're at any given time. But he'll put, date night in there, or birthday outing, or whatever. So he always plans that kind of stuff in advance, and
Because having your own business,
Good.
it is hard to have
It is.
a date night or a relationship.
we have to put it in the
Yeah,
calendar.
not
Yeah,
only
yeah.
because we've got another layer on top of just having the businesses, we have the business together.
Right.
So, and we've been, the business has been open 19 years. We've been in it for 20 because we incorporated
Right.
a year before we
Yeah.
ever opened.
Right.
And we've been married 27. So 20 of our 27 years we've been married, it's been in business.
Yeah.
And it's a balancing act. So
Yeah.
it's,
I was in business
hard to
with
turn off.
my wife for about 16 years. We published a magazine
Mm.
for many years together. And I think it strengthened our marriage, actually. We were able to bounce ideas off each other. And
Yeah.
then as we succeeded in business, it was we were able to celebrate together in
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
succeeding.
I'm
So
jealous. Me and my wife, we cannot work together. We tried. It's hard, because it's just hard for some people.
yeah,
and
it's a lot of work. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
times when, the struggle comes when one of us has shut it down for the night and the other one hasn't shut it down.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
That's
gotta
usually-
I
make
don't
sure
wanna
we're
talk
on the
Yeah,
about
same.
it
that's me. I don't shut it down.
So
I'll
sometimes,
just
like-
confess to that.
So now you're on date night and you're out having a great meal. Who's most likely to order dessert?
Actually, I would be most likely, but
we don't.
We generally don't order it. We just don't do the sweet stuff anymore. Though I will say, we were out last night and she ordered the dessert,
did.
Hey.
which we had
Because
done.
I
do
knew
it every
you would
once in a
enjoy
while.
it. I knew you
Yeah.
would enjoy it.
Now we're going to play this trivia question of who wants to be a millionaire. You have one word to describe
I'm
Matt.
like, we both do.
You have one word to describe Matt. What's that one word that would describe him?
I know my word.
Wait, what?
You have one word.
Repeat the question.
You have one word to describe Matt. What is that one word?
Dedicated.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
that's good.
Yeah.
There you go. You have one word to describe Ginny. What
Passionate.
would that? Passionate.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Another good word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whether it's the family, marriage, small business. She's passionate advocate of small business, like very passionate
Nice.
about small business.
Nice.
So, what excites you most about Fenton, and how do you see your business playing in the future of Fenton?
Well, for me, you know, we've
It's
been
been
here for
fun
19.
growing up
Yeah,
with
we've been here
Fenton,
for
yeah.
19 years. So we've and we've been in the area. We moved to the area in 2003. We live in Holly Township, so 5-6 minutes from where we're
Yes.
sitting right now.
Stone's Throw.
So we've been in the area. Our boys have went to Holly High School. But our business has been here 19 years, and we've seen a lot of growth
Yeah.
in what Fenton and our surrounding area, but especially what Fenton's done, is we've just seen it grow and grow and expand.
It's been awesome.
And
honestly.
we like to think we've been a part of that because there's a lot of people that come, you know, throughout the course of a year, we get over 70,000 people that come through our doors,
That's
whether
a
it's
lot of people.
taproom
Weddings
or weddings. So we get tours. So I think when we've had people say one of the reasons we moved to this area is they had come to our place and our place. So it just seeing that growth, and it's just been cool. And some great restaurants, great stores, and there's
I don't
a
think
lot
it's
of plans.
slowing down.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
plans in
think
place.
that we
Fenton's
are a
growing,
destination
yeah.
location.
For sure.
Well, I mean, we try to create a destination location, but Fenton and Fenton Township are also a destination
Yeah.
location, not only to visit now that we have so many places to go to eat and do, but also just the growth and it's a great place to live with the lakes and the,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
you know,
And
the green. And
from what I hear too, is they're going to be developing a pathway up.
yes,
Yeah,
so,
so that-
excited about
yeah,
Is
that.
that
they're-
coming right by your
It
place
is.
too?
Yeah, so,
that's
We've been
exciting.
supporting that for 10 years.
Yeah,
We're
we-
excited
like,
about
That's
it.
Yeah,
gonna be
we have-
Oh,
starting
I would
soon.
love to ride my bike to work.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have been supporting that since it first came about over
Yeah.
10 years ago. And, you know,
Yeah.
they've finished the phase from
Again,
Argentine to
another thing
Linden.
to-
Right.
People are going
Um,
to move here.
They're going to finish up phase 2, which is the Choice 1 banquet
Right.
trail
Which is
part of
almost
it.
going to be concluding this summer.
It looks like it's going to be late September or late August, or
Right.
late July, early August, and then probably do a ribbon cutting in September.
Yeah.
And then phase 3 is going to take it from downtown right up to Thompson Road Dog Park. And it's
Yeah.
going to go right
down Fenton
right
Road.
across
Yes,
our
you-
property.
Yeah.
And we've been supporting that for many years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
2 months ago, I joined the board
Yeah.
of that to further support
Super excited about
the
that.
efforts there. So we're very excited about that. I think it's great for the community to
Oh, yeah,
have
for sure.
a non-motorized, and it's going to connect, and eventually it's going to connect to a larger
Yeah,
Legacy
Flint
Trail,
area, Grand
Flint
Blanc.
area, and you're going to be able to go
Right,
to the
long.
bay all the way to south.
Long way.
Yeah, long way. So it's exciting, and it's taken a long time. It's cost a lot more than anticipated. But
Yeah, that's the
it's
thing with the
exciting
Choice
developments,
One.
things like that
Yeah.
that are going to draw people to have something like that. It's going to draw people to the area. for
Right.
sure.
Yeah. Yes, you have to have that draw, and through my travels, you guys have done a heck of a job because I hear people just as I'm walking by for various events and I just kind of say like, I don't live too far from there, so that's kind of cool. You guys live like way up north and talking about it's like, yeah, okay. And I just
Yeah.
kind of, do you know where that's at? Yeah, it's just like right around the corner from me, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
like. It's comical. So you guys are doing a great job
Thank
out
you.
there.
Yeah,
It is
thank
getting
you.
put out there a lot.
And when is the groundbreaking for your hotel? by
That
the
is-
way?
I wish I
Excellent.
could answer that question.
Don't have that yet.
Yeah, so
Not
we're-
because not because I don't want to tell you, because it's just a moving target.
Yeah.
We've got to work through
few
all
more
the red
things.
tape of things with the county and funding and all the stuff. It's just a
Yeah. Are you
moving target.
thinking within the next year though? You think?
Yeah, it was supposed to be March.
Yeah, so we had a joke for a while. I've just stopped telling people when
Yeah,
the ground.
It'll be another 30 days.
There were
Yeah.
a point where we'd say it would be in 30 days, and
Yeah.
something comes up, and it's like, oh, another 30 days.
30
So
days.
we're telling people 30 days for 120 days. It's like, so at some point, it's just like, we don't know. We're just kind
Right. It
of.
happens when it happens.
It's
right?
going to
Trying to
happen
get
when
it
it's
there. Just work
happened.
with us.
So we're trying to move it along, and there's things that come up, and then along with that, we're also trying to run a business,
Right,
an existing
right.
business,
Yeah,
and we have
100%.
40 employees. So,
Yeah.
so that's number one for us is making sure that that's taken care of, and not this side project, but
But,
this
you know.
development. So,
Right.
So yeah,
when
it's-
you do break ground, how long will it take before the doors
Well, it's a
open?
13-month build.
Okay, 13 months.
But
Add a couple months
yeah,
just in case.
exactly.
Yep.
Mhm.
And what's the biggest challenge you come across to a project this size?
You don't know what you don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
and that's
We've
a true
never
yeah.
built anything from ground up
Yeah.
like that, so it's just
Yeah, we've
It's
had a
just a
great team
lot to do.
with our architects and our builder helping us along.
Yeah.
But then you come across things that you just don't know, and okay, it's going to cost more. It's either
You
going to
gotta do
cost more money,
research, and then
cost
you
more time, or both. Usually it's both. It never one doesn't usually come with the without the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of getting through it, and it's just like one battle after another, and you hope in the end you win the war,
Yeah.
but you're not going to win all the battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pick
that's
and
what we're
choose.
trying.
Well,
yeah.
before we get out of here, what do you have right there? Because I know you got something else.
I did. I brought some $5 off pizzas
Ooh, hey, pizza.
because I know that
Pizzas.
people love the pizza.
Pizzas
so
are great.
I thought, I think you need $5
Oh,
off pizza,
trust me.
and I think
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
one. And I'm gonna leave some extras if you guys want to.
All right.
And then-
Well,
If you had,
I don't know if you ever give
Before we
away
get out of
things.
here-
well, I
or-
think we should give
I got-
these away.
Yes.
So if you like and share this
go.
podcast video, we'll give you a $5 off pizza at the Fenton Winery and Brewery.
Excellent.
and then,
So we'll just draw a name out of people that like and share the video.
yeah, draw a name out of a hat.
For sure. Thank you. That
And
is
before we
awesome.
get out of here,
For sure.
Inquiring Minds, that's me. What's the strangest request you've had from a customer? Or should we not go there?
Do we want to
scared?
out them on air?
Is this an X-rated or a G-rated? She's blushing, so I think we just go off air with that one.
Yeah.
Let's go off air on that one. Folks, we'll stick around. We'll tell you about the Bunny Rabbit. Santa Claus. We want to say thank you for listening to our Community Connection, the Bill and Randy podcast. We're brought to you by the Collaboration Grounds.
And sponsored by
the Linden Hotel
Linden
and Crow's
Hotel
Nest
and
at this
Crow's
time.
Nest.
Yes. And that's it for today's show. Thank you so much. We're out
Yes.
here.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Glad you were here. Thank you guys
Yeah.
so
Nice
much.
job.
It's a